face when I drink. You know I'd be down bad if he wasn't next to me. Long drives with the roof off, those were the days. How you gonna break my heart and get away? So what if I can't be perfect for you? I'm drowning most nights, 'cause you're no longer mine. Drew hearts on my window, passenger seat. It feels so weird, not having you here. Who you gonna love when I'm gone? What you gonna do with the distance? Who you gonna call when I'm lonely? Who you gonna love when I'm gone? What you gonna do with the distance? Who you gonna call when I'm lonely? Who you gonna love when I'm gone? Who you gonna love when I'm gone? What you gonna do with the distance? Who you gonna call when I'm lonely? Who you gonna love when I'm gone? What you gonna do with the distance? Who you gonna call when I'm lonely? How did we become strangers? 'Cause we never agreed. Now you living in your best friend's house and you gave me back your keys.
What's good, chat? What's going on? And welcome to another stream. It's me, your boy, and today we're gonna do something a little bit different. If you haven't watched the channel, like for a long, if you haven't been a long time watcher of the channel, well, you've probably never done a watch along stream. But if you are, then you'll know we do this sometimes, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hopefully everything goes to plan because it's been a while since I've done one. Hopefully all my timings and everything are right. Like all my, I've got some like delays and stuff in OBS when we play games normally. They have to take them off for these things, otherwise it'll be all. So hopefully everything is synced up okay. I can only hope. But yeah, we're here. And we're going to be watching the PlayStation State of Play today to see if there's anything worth getting excited about. I mean, we're let down a lot by these events, I feel like, or at least I feel let down, and I know people around me as well were a bit like, oh, that kind of sucked. But I'm hoping there'll be some stuff to get excited about, you know, for me personally, but also just for everyone, you know. Something that's hype, that will get people excited, because I feel like that's what we're lacking at the moment. That's loud. I'm gonna bring that right down, because that was unnecessarily loud. Just unnecessarily. Yeah, right? That was crazy. Sorry, I tried to put it down as soon as possible for you guys. Let me know how it sounds now, if it's okay. If it's too loud still, or as long as you can hear me, then you're good. How you doing though, James? Welcome to the stream. Sorry you arrived and then I broke your ears, apparently. Blame PlayStation, not me. Blame Sony. It's not my fault. I walked in and bang! No more ears. Sorry. You gotta stay on your toes around here. Is there anything in particular that you are hoping for or expecting? I like to do, like, if you were to say what do you think you'd quite like to be here? What's your like absolute dream that's probably not going to happen, but like it would be cool if it was there? and what's like, oh, this will definitely be there. I feel like what will definitely be there is something related to maybe Ghost of Yotei, because that's coming this year. I'm trying to think of PlayStation specific, because they might show stuff that's not PlayStation specific, but you can't say, oh, that'll definitely be there if it's not PlayStation specific. I'm thinking Ghost of Yotei. Maybe we might see, in fact, we'll probably see something to do with Death Stranding, although we know we're going to see Kojima at Summer Game Fest, so maybe not Death Stranding. I don't know, that's the beauty of this one though, is that I don't know what to expect. More so than, I mean, I don't know what to expect at any of these events this week, but this one, apart from Ghost of Yotei, which I think will be here in some form, just like another trailer or something, then I'm like, what else? I don't know, what else would you expect? It's either going to be really underwhelming, or there's going to be some really hype shit, because I don't know what to expect, you know what I mean? We could get, like, we could finally get a Wolverine update, we could finally get, you know, find out what, like, Naughty Dog are cooking. I mean, we saw the Intergalactic thing, but apparently they're working on another game as well. We could find out what Santa Monica are cooking. You know, I don't know. I know all the games that are going to come on because Sony told me. Oh, that's exciting. You just know. You're only here to see if I'm excited about it because you know. You know what's going to be here. I get it. I get it, man. Does your dad work at Sony? My uncle works at Nintendo, so actually... Yes, he does. The classic. The classic, my uncle works at Nintendo. You know what's funny though, is like, that's a meme because like we all grew up with that era. That it wouldn't work now. Because most people would just be like, well no, I can just find it out by going on the internet. When you were a kid, back in ye old days, when I was a kid, it was like, people would have those rumors. Like, yeah, oh, my uncle works at Nintendo, and apparently this is going to happen, and this game's coming out, and this is good. It's so funny. Same with, like, there used to be, like, rumors in games. Like, now, if you want to figure something out in a game, or find out if something's in a game or whatever, you can look up a guide. When we were kids playing games on the playground, your friend would be like, oh, did you know if you do this, then this happens in this game? And you'd never know if it was true or not unless you did it and found out. And like, hello, my Becky. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everything looks and sounds okay. Obviously, I have to change my delays and stuff because it's PC streaming today of the event. So hopefully everything's in sync, sound levels are okay, all that good shit. Because I had to change all my delays and stuff. So you guys let me know. You look and sound annoying as usual? Perfect. Everything is working smoothly then. I was saying it's been a while since, like, YouTube has never seen a live watch along, and it's been a while since we've done one, really. Because, I don't know, we just haven't. Well, I think that it was weird, there was that weird time with, like, copyright and DMCA where everyone wasn't really sure what you could and couldn't stream along to, and I think that sort of stopped it, and then we never really got back into it after that. We've done, like, a Game Awards and things like that, but... I told some kid that my granddad worked at Sony, and he said that's so cool, and he told my teacher. What did your teacher say? I bet your teacher was like, bullshit. Not, probably didn't literally say that, but I bet your teacher was like, sure, kid. Sure. Do 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 do. We got a couple minutes before it begins. He said he wished. Well, your teacher was like, yeah, he wishes. It would be cool though. Imagine being like, yeah. Imagine being able to say it, and it's true. Like, and no one would believe you, because they'd be like, hold on, this is a thing. So I feel like you're lying. And you'd be like, no, I swear, it's literally the truth. It's weird pet sitting without Woody. I haven't seen or heard Penny in hours, so I just sat here. Oh, so you're basically house sitting at this point, really, because of what Penny's like. Do you just go and find her every so often? You know, go and look in. Oh, there she is, still like laying on the bed or whatever she's doing. I might as well be at home, but you're getting paid for it. That's the good thing. Penny wouldn't know. True. And apart from Penny wouldn't have any food, I suppose. No dinner for Penny. If you weren't about. She doesn't eat anyway. Well, shit. I remember that one time. I think I've only met Penny once. That one time I met Penny. She was excited to see you. She wanted to come for a walk, and she walked really nicely, and she ate well. I swear, these dogs be trying to show you up. They do. These dogs do be trying to show you up. Whenever I'm there, they're like, whatever she says we are will be the opposite. So that means the flip side of that is the ones you're like, these ones are angels, they're so good. When I'm there, they're little shits. So it's always a flip. So let me tell you what's going to be on there. There's going to be games. Sorry, I told you you'd better end stream now. They're going to show games? Oh, man. Games? That's not what I came here for. Spoilers, and it's not what I'm interested in. Damn it. We got 30 seconds. Apparently this is 40 minutes-ish, 40 plus minutes, I think is how they described it. So I'm going to guess like 45 minutes-ish. It's probably like 42 minutes, and that's why they were like, let's say 40 plus. Like, we can't say 45 because it's not that long. 1 hour. Yeah, apparently they said 40 plus minutes. Here we go. We're starting with a mature game, apparently, or... Umbrellas. Told you there was games. You did. He knows. I'm starting to think your dad does work at Sony. What console are these games? Was it random? These are... Well, this is a PlayStation showcase, so they will all be on PlayStation for sure. Some of them might be multi-platform, but... Tomorrow is... No, Friday is the one that's, like, Summer Game Fest, so it's just, like, games, full stop, like, whatever. And then Sunday is an Xbox One, which, to be honest, not many games are exclusive to Xbox anymore, but they make games, so obviously. Let me know how the audio is, because I had to turn it right down for the build-up, because it was really loud, the music. Rob on YouTube says, my dad doesn't just work at Sony, he is Sony. That means I've met Sony. That's exciting. Oh my god, it's Tetris. Is this Tetris VR? I can't lie. I've never really been a Tetris guy, but like I vibe with this, like to make Tetris like this really modern, like it's still the simplistic game it always was, but with like a really modern like lumens arise. So Tetris. Rob lol. Hi God, Rob. Says James. I forget I have to say it, otherwise Rob won't know. He's on YouTube. Also, I never watch these showcases on Twitch. I used to, and then I realized that the video player is so much better on YouTube. I used to get buffering all the time on Twitch. I bet Rob works for Sony and Xbox and Nintendo because he is gold. Well, I think they all reach out to him just to make sure that games are okay as a whole, as an ecosystem, because his consultation is very important to them.
Thank you, and enjoy the rest of State of Play.
He doesn't work for them, they consult him. They need his input. Otherwise, like, how will they know if the fate of games is on the right track? I think he's had a lot of complaints lately. He said, don't bother doing the State of Play if there's nothing good, so we'll see if they listened.
The future. It isn't just a dream. It's a promise.
Often when I forget to reply to them reaching out, we get shit games. I'm sorry, but I'm a busy man. I can't reply to all. Especially when you've got me messaging you as well. Like, you know, it's a bit of a juggle. Fate of games. George has got a random message about some random shit. You know?
We're reshaping the line between dreams and reality. We create life for our future.
He plays all games and asks them to make them all better. That's why it takes so long to come out. Exactly. Anytime you get a delay as well, don't blame it on Rob, but just know that Rob's looking out for you and he's trying to get that game fixed because he's played it and it's not good enough.
And why are these things trying to kill us?
I've checked Penny and she hasn't moved even an inch since hours ago. I just imagine she's staring at a wall. Oh, this is that Pragmata. People were thinking this might show up. I'm not that interested in it, but let's see what is this? GTA 6 ain't coming out for a long time. You're like, I've played it. That's why they delayed it a year, and it needs a lot of work.
Whoa, hang on a second.
Don't you have a name or something?
I'm good.
Neither is Elder Scrolls 6. But you like that one.
I think I can help.
She's on his back. That's quite cool. It looks good.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through. What the?
Bypassing first and
I recognize the dude's voice actor.
protocols. Initiating hack.
Pragmata. Tell Rob thanks for making Cloud take his top off in the new Final Fantasy. Yeah, you do have Rob to thank for that. He was like, I know this guy. He's gonna love it.
Okay.
I think it'll be a hit with the fans.
How about we call you Diana?
Diana.
Diana?
Rob said you're welcome. He specifically said this could be better if his shirt was on. 2026. It's real. I love that developers put things like that in, because it gets to the point where everyone's like, this game isn't even real. That was, yeah, see, the game was really good, and that was the only Rob request, he said. He said that was the only thing he requested was, this game's perfect for Final Fantasy lovers, but what James needs is a topless Cloud, and then it's perfect. Ship it.
Awesome, I love curry.
Speaking of curry, apparently the current president is actually a humane. What does that mean? It's okay, I'll get it.
Fun time.
Romeo!
What is this?
Romeo! Stay with
Grandpa, I'm gonna die.
Romeo,
Is he calling him Grandpa?
You're gonna die in about 15 seconds.
Seriously?
Seriously. Don't
The fuck
worry,
is that?
I made this
You can't
just
see
in
it.
case.
It's behind me.
10-gear life support
Well,
system.
What
Don't
the
worry,
fuck is
okay?
this? It was like a weird demon thing, eating his arm or something. What the fuck is this game? What am I looking at?
You're already half dead. From now on, you're half dead man. No, wait, that's pretty lame. Dead man. From now on, you're dead man.
Dead man. From now on, you're half dead man. No, that's pretty lame. No, you're dead, man. What the fuck is this? I tell you what I love about some games is that they're not afraid to just be weird. Like, this isn't for me, but like, this is somebody's jam. You know? Like, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like it's for me, but it doesn't look bad. It looks fucking nuts. Video games. I bet Rob is laughing at us for looking at this. Yeah, this is exactly the reason Rob doesn't get excited about these events. Because these games don't appeal to him. And while they don't necessarily appeal to me, I can appreciate them. Rob's like, no, if it's not something I want, fuck it. It shouldn't exist.
Huh? That was Grandpa's voice. Are you like a spirit? I'm on your back. What?
Interesting. You give me farming simulators or I'm out. Or your open world RPGs. Or democracy. Like Helldivers? Rob, we didn't participate in the defense of Super Earth. How do you feel about that? I would have liked to, but then at the same time, it's just about finding time. And then also, it's not on my console anymore. I had to re-download it. Super Earth did survive. I think it came down to like the last city or something. Rob's like, they only call us in, the experts. Yeah, exactly. We weren't needed. They only call us when it's like, it's doomed. Like, there's no chance. They call us, and we pull it right back from the flames of hell. I feel you. I'm on the same wavelength. This is gonna be spooky. I have a feeling. This is gonna be scary. Is this the Silent Hill one? There is a Silent Hill one that's set in Japan. Because obviously it's a Japanese game, but they weren't ever set in Japan. They were set in Silent Hill, which was usually America. Yeah, I do like Helldivers, Rob. It's a fun, it is Silent Hill, F. I do like Helldivers a lot. It's a good time. Fun multiplayer. I don't play a lot of multiplayer, but that's one I really enjoy. The guns have like attachments now, Rob. There's all sorts of shit. Well, Hinako, you can't run like that. You won't get anywhere like that. She's doing the classic, like, run. The horror female character run. That's not. I don't like that. I don't like that. No, thank you. Oh. Ooh. I ain't about this game. I don't like horror games, man. I'm a bitch, I'll say it. I like a horror movie. I think I don't like a horror game because I have to be in control. It's easier to watch something happening in a movie than it is to be in control. Then it's stressful. And the pressure's on me to get past the scary thing, and I can't. Thanks for showing us more Silent Hill F, Rob. Yeah, it's not for him. Again, selfless. He put this in. He said, put this in because the fans need to know about it. Even though it's not his deal. You know, it's not his bag. The VO is scary. You like a psychological horror, Rob? Silent Hill is quite psychological, but then monsters as well. She was unhappy, I think. Clearly. You traitor. What kind of games does he like? Farming sims, open world RPGs. I feel like that mostly sums up Rob. Rob's taste in games. Like, he loves, like, the Elder Scrolls games. Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind. Loves Ghost of Tsushima. Stardew Valley.
The
go
castle
farming sim.
has been sighted again. The Church's orders are absolute.
You like Amnesia and Layers of Fear games, but most horror I'm not about. Yeah. I agree. I see that.
Break its gates and exterminate the creatures that dwell within.
I think they're quite psychological, like I said. I feel like I read your message twice, but yeah, I feel like they're quite psychological, and I feel like that's
The limits of your courage.
that's more your bag.
You will face
Where it's like
horrors beyond
mostly
your
you're not under
thoughts
threat, but there's like sanity stuff and like.
beasts that defy reason.
Did you see, Rob, the guy who makes the Star Wars Jedi games, the guy who directed those games? He's not at that studio anymore, which scares me for the third game. That's irrelevant to you. My point is, that director, who I think did a really good job on those games, is making, he's working with Wizards of the Coast on the single-player D&D game. A single-player, like, I think it's action-adventure D&D game. Like, basically based in the world of Dungeons & Dragons. And I'm like, that sounds cool. You know, I'm not going to get excited because nothing's been like, but like, he is doing that. They haven't shown any of it. I think it's very early days, but.
With me. Cross.
Rob said he likes anything simulation, base building, open world stuff, and the odd multiplayer. Which I vibe with. I tell you what mechanic, you mentioned base building. A mechanic that really gets me in games is city building, town building, that kind of thing. I bought Ni no Kuni 2 because there was a kingdom building, like, minigame part to it. And the rest of the game was great, don't get me wrong, but I was convinced to buy it because of this kingdom building minigame.
The visuals of Shinjuku that I'm seeing are a hellscape I can't quite put into words.
But it was great. It was worth. This is giving Persona vibes.
I'm counting on you, Agent.
It's not. It's Digimon story. I know Nick loves a Digimon game. Our good friend Nick, aka Awesomeness Dude, loves a Digimon game.
Is that what you call us, Digimon? I'll always be right here with you.
Who exactly are you working for?
I remember you guys.
Digimon.
What is that?
I used to when I was little, I really liked Pokemon and Digimon, but then I feel like
First time the Titans have launched an attack on this scale.
I kind of got lost on Digimon. I don't know if it was because it wasn't as readily available,
Seems the upcoming battle is truly unavoidable.
but I feel like I followed through on Pokemon and didn't really follow through with Digimon.
The gate is opened with
But there was a Digimon movie I had that I really liked.
the human world will most certainly be affected.
Do the Titans not care about the end of the digital world? Stop it!
The amount of games I bought because of the city building aspect, and then the other parts of the game were like meh. Luckily, the only example I can think of is Ni no Kuni 2, and it was good anyway. Like, it was like you built a kingdom, and then you also, like, through main quest and side quests, recruited people in the world, and you invited them back to your kingdom, and then you could, like, upgrade their, like, someone who's a really good blacksmith that you meet in the world, then you can bring them back to your kingdom to be your blacksmith, and then you could, like, upgrade his forge and things, and it was just really good.
Fulfill our mission. Agent.
I like Digimon, but could never get into their games. I think I've only ever played one Digimon game. One of the really old ones, where you had to, like, walk around with your Digimon, and he would, like, poop and stuff, and, like, you had to feed him, and, like, yeah. And I never finished it. I didn't get very far. Square Enix? Hold on. Is this Final Fantasy or... Creative Studio 3? Is it Final Fantasy? No. It's an old game.
Father, abandon not your wayward children of Ivalice,
I was thinking if it was Final Fantasy or...
that we might know salvation.
It looks cool, though.
Wrong, blame yourself or
Oh, is Final Fantasy Tactics?
Why walk this path of subterfuge and conflict?
The
powerful must
The layout has me feeling it's tactics.
Heavens fall upon your crown.
This vile charade has gone on long enough.
This vile charade has gone on long enough. It is Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice
Do you remember
Chronicles.
when your father showed us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass?
Digimon kind of dropped off UK TV, I found, or was just harder to find. Yeah, I don't feel. I specifically remember the movie, and then I don't remember much of like the show. So I agree. I think it did sort of disappear a bit. Whereas Pokemon was like everywhere.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann, here to deliver news and release dates for games coming to PS5 later this year.
Ooh, that's what we need. We need this.
We
This
hope
year.
you enjoyed that first look at Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles. The game will include two
Ivalice.
versions of the original PlayStation Classic. The enhanced version, which features improved graphics, fully voiced dialogue, refined gameplay, and much more.
And you can play
as
the
well as
classic.
classic version.
That's
which
cool.
brings a
I always
faithful
think that's really
recreation
cool
of
when
the
they do that.
1997 original to modern consoles.
If you want to play it exactly as it was, but just on a modern console, you can.
Final Fantasy Tactics:
But if you want to
The
play the
Ivalice
remastered
Chronicles
version,
launches on
you can
PS5
too. And it's in the same
PS4
package.
September 30th, and will be available for pre-order later today.
Later today for pre-order.
This next game is something really special. When I first played it, I laughed so hard I almost barfed. Let's check it out.
She's like, it's true. Were you there?
Sorry, I just need to pee.
Is this Baby Steps?
Normal.
Is this that game?
Just go behind this bush. I'll wait. I can run away.
Pea shy.
No.
Yeah, no, you don't want me watching.
You can watch.
Let's hope for another Skyrim re-release. Rob, what about Last of Us Part 1.6 remastered?
Pretty deliberate movement to make even the simplest progress. It's a captivating open-world experience.
I love The Last of Us, and yet they have made entirely too many remastered of that game.
Even without a map, the best toilet on the mountain.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Definitely
good.
check this one out when it comes to PS5 on September 8th.
That game looks bizarre. You've not played Part 1 yet. You should. It's great. They're not really your games though, are they? It's like I love like Red Dead and things like that. They've never really been your games.
Hirogami is a unique
They're
action
great.
adventure title from Bandai Namco Studios Singapore. In this journey to save your origami home, you'll transform into paper shapes with distinct abilities.
That's cool. This looks cool.
Including a paper airplane, a nimble frog,
A flog.
hardy armadillo, and a powerful ape.
I actually like the look of this.
Master the art of folding when Hirogami arrives
Hirogami.
on PS5 later this summer.
September 3rd.
Sid, why don't you tee this next one up?
Thanks, Sean. The Hot Shots series has been with PlayStation from the very beginning, and its latest installment, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, boasts its largest character roster ever. Compete in courses from 10 different regions around the world, each with weather effects and new nighttime variants. Pre-orders begin later today, and those who do will get Bandai Namco's iconic Pac-Man as an early unlockable character.
I mean, that's cool.
Everybody's Golf Hot Shots
I
drops on
don't care about
PS5
Everybody's Golf.
September 5th.
Or just golf in general, but the Pac-Man early unlock, that's cool.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is a challenging new entry in the long-running action franchise.
A new entry, that's cool.
From the makers of the Blasphemous series, Ragebound stars dual protagonists from rival clans, forced to combine their souls and skills against a demon uprising.
From the creators of the Blood,
And longtime fans will really
not
love
Blood.
the pulse-pounding soundtrack featuring
Blasphemous
guest
series, which
composers from the original series.
my brain wasn't working for a second there. Blasphemous is really popular. I've never played it, but I definitely know people who did. I think Orion played it a couple times.
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
You know, I've been telling the game industry we need more golf games like Wii Golf.
And PS4.
Yeah, you've been pushing the golf games hard. But fun ones, right?
From
Not
the
the
Game Bakers, Cairn is a survival
not
climbing experience
not your
where you
not your
must
boring
carefully
PGA
plan
ones.
your ascent up a deadly mountain.
I saw this at wholesome
Manage
games.
balance and stamina to discover secrets.
There is a wholesome games this week as well, actually. Don't know if it's Friday or
Encounter other climbers.
Saturday.
Marco, nice to meet you.
And survive the harsh conditions of the climb.
Oof. Dead.
You can give it a try yourself with a demo that arrives later today.
Ooh, a demo. This is a George game, you think?
From us, but there's still a lot of State of Play to come.
This next reveal comes from the game preservationist at Digital Eclipse. Nothing can prepare you for their next collection, arriving later this year.
Nothing can prepare me, it better be good.
Early on, the game was fun to play. People were excited about it.
If nothing can prepare me, it better be good.
Just seeing people react to it.
We knew that we were onto something.
Come here! Oh, it's Mortal Kombat.
It was such a shock.
Get over here!
I was like, I can't believe this game exists.
Give me Hobbit Farming Sim. It's probably not going to be here, though, I feel like, Rob. I feel like it might be at Summer Games Fest. Or it might be at Wholesome Games. But I don't think it'll be here.
It became something that added to the mystique of Mortal Kombat brutality.
We're showing you a part of a world that is much larger.
Probably Friday. That's what I would think. But it is Wholesome, so I feel like it could be at Wholesome Games. But I don't think it'll be here. And I don't think it'll be at the Xbox Showcase.
There was no template to make the games. It's a bit of the Wild West.
Every part of that game.
It's actually worth getting excited about the Xbox Showcase, Rob, because all their games come to PlayStation and PC anyway, so... Also, they tend to announce a lot of, or have updates for like third-party stuff anyway, but even their first-party stuff now is not exclusive, really. What? A Hobbit Farming Sim is wholesome? Now, fam, it's stressful. It shouldn't be stressful. Hobbits aren't stressful. There's nothing about hobbits that should be stressful, Rob. Wait. That's actually sick. A fight stick made by PlayStation? That's actually really cool. Project Defiant. That was really sick. What? A proper fight stick. A proper with the joystick and all the buttons. That looked cool actually. Oh, this is MGS 3, Snake Eater, or Delta as it's called. This remake. I'm sure this will be good. I don't know that if I'm going to play it. MGS has never really been my thing, but this does look very good. And the original game is very cool. I've definitely, like, watched it.
What's the matter? I'm over here. Go back to your own world. See you in hell.
See you in hell. And Metal Gear and PlayStation have a long history, so of course. I love that they have the Ape Escape mode. This was in the original. It's like a crossover thing. Where you have to catch all the monkeys. I think it's really cool that they bothered to put that in the remake. What's that? Well, that's actually really cool. He was a bush and now he's a pile of rocks. And more.
Spirit stones.
That feels like a funny way to end a trailer. Just and more.
Never-ending dreams.
On a black screen.
Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
Such an ominous atmosphere.
This is giving Neo?
The presence of Aratama.
Potentially? Or that style. I feel like we're seeing more and more games that have like the samurai aesthetic, but with the mythological stuff. It's cool.
What makes a shogun?
A lot of them are entirely too hard for
Here is my answer.
a peasant like me. Very pretty as well. That's what will happen to me. Just smashed into the ground, into a fine paste.
Foolish of you to have entered the depths of hell.
It is Neo. 3. Yeah, it was giving strong Neo vibes.
Who might you be, warrior?
Tokugawa. Takechio.
Tokugawa. Takechio.
皆さんこんにちは。チーム忍者の安田です。戦国死にゲーシリーズの最新作「仁王3」をついに発表させていただきました。今作のアクションはシリーズおなじみの侍スタイルに加え、新たに忍者スタイルを追加、より多彩な戦闘を楽しめます。ステージもオープンフィールドとなり、探索や攻略の自由度や没入感が大幅にアップしています。本日よりプレイステーション5で体験版も配信いたしますので、ぜひプレイしてご意見をいただければと思います。2026年の発売に向け、続報にもぜひご期待ください。
I saw a cool game on TikTok the other day that was like, it's still in the Kickstarter phase, but you play as a dog, you play as a collie, and it was called...
No one knows how old the city really is.
It was called Hounded.
It's all I've ever
It looked really cool.
My whole world. I was raised in this city's shadow.
If it comes out, I'll play it, because it looks really
Free
cool.
to take whatever I need to survive.
What's this? It's VR, but which immediately means I won't be playing it, but... It's very Thief, but just because it's stealing, really.
This city hides many lost and legendary treasures.
Ask Rob if it's coming out. Well, it's in Kickstarter, so they're trying to get it funded, but...
But some treasures...
If it gets funded, then Rob... Then they... once it gets funded and they go, okay, we're going to make this game, then they send it to Rob for assessment.
I thought I was dead.
It is Thief. It is literally Thief. Huh. I said it had Thief vibes. Right. I know my games, apparently. Not all of them. don't put pressure on myself, but...
Tidewalker, are you there yet?
Yeah, they have to... And then Rob sends them a... they send Rob a demo. And then he says, nah, mate, trash, don't bother. Or he says, yes, it's good. Or he says, this is how you can improve. You know.
Marketland seems a bit tense today. I heard something happened with another Tidewalker.
It says from the makers of Road 96. I never played that, but I think it was well received. I think people liked it. The Guy 589. Oh, it's multiplayer? Boo. I have to play with friends? Boo.
Plastemia has taken everything from us. But you Tidewalkers are all connected.
Stop right there!
And it's up to you now to use that power.
Choose who you follow. Uncover their choices. Deal with their consequences. And shape their story. Actually, that's quite cool because it seems to be like a single player.
Will you help us?
It kind of almost seems like a single player game, and you make your choices, and then your friends play, and their choices have affected your story and shit. That's quite cool. Hello. Tides of Tomorrow, coming February 24th, 2026. Actually, the trailer convinced me more as it went on. Looked quite interesting.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Duce, the game director of Astrobot. It's a pleasure to be back today
Team
to share
Asobi.
more news with you.
Astrobot.
What the last few months it has been in the world of Astro. Astrobot launched last September to such encouraging feedback, even receiving a few honors we are truly grateful for. In October, we added 5 speedrun levels, followed by a Christmas special packed with festive surprises. And then earlier this year, the Vicious Void Galaxy made its appearance, adding yet more new challenging levels. All of which
Let's play it. I like it when my decisions affect you. Yeah, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would like that, Rob.
That later this month, you will be able to enjoy 5 brand new challenge levels in Astrobot, bringing the total to a whopping 90.
I was going to say,
planets.
they're really
New
supporting
special
this.
bots will be there too, including Atsu from
Atsu.
Ghost of Yotei,
And her
alongside
little
other
wolf
fans'
buddy.
favorites, but these ones are a surprise. And finally, the Astrobot DualSense wireless controller will return later this
cool.
year.
I
But
like
it's
the
my
controller.
twist, so be on the lookout for more news coming soon. From all
Wow,
of
Rob,
us
you really
at
made this
Team
game good.
Asobi,
I mean, he
thank
said,
you all
you've got a
for
winner
your
here. You're winning
reception.
awards. You've got to
Enjoy
keep
the
supporting this game. Keep
Enjoy
bringing more
the
stuff
rest of
out.
the show.
And this guy was his point of contact, of course. And he's telling this guy, you've got to, you know, you got to make this game better. It's good, but it could be better. You do like it when your decisions affect me, Rob. I think it could be really good, but it's just a potential. Sea of Remnants. Rob, a pirate game. I like the graphic style. I mean, this is a. Oh no, it's not. This looks like gameplay. I was gonna say it just looked like cutscene, but this looks like gameplay. We like a pirate game, but it's also got like some magical vibes to it, you know. Oh my god, it's that crab from Moana. Shiny! Oh. Oh. I like that everyone looks a bit like a wooden puppet. You know? I liked the look of that. Sea of Remnants next year. Interesting. Anything from the creators of Journey is always pretty exciting to see. Giant squid. It looks cool. It looks like something I would play. I can't lie. Is that a sword? Was that a Daragun? Sword of the Sea. August 19th this year.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani. That was a new look at Sword of the Sea, a visually striking adventure from the team behind Abzu and The Pathless. We're
That looks
excited to
cool.
announce that Sword of the Sea will launch this summer into the PlayStation Plus game catalog. On June 17th, Remedy brings otherworldly action to game catalog with FBC Firebreak. In this cooperative FPS set in the paranatural world of Control, you and two fellow agents must
I'd be curious to see more about
contain
that game, Rob.
reality
The
born chaos found within
Tides
the
of
oldest
Tomorrow or
house.
whatever. Because it could be a fun one to
Fun in
co-op.
short bursts or deep dives, FBC Firebreak launches day 1.
If that's
in
how
the
it
game
works. I don't know if
catalog
it's
on
like
June
co-op. I don't know if you play at the same time or if it's like, yeah, I don't know. It says choose who to follow, so you.
PlayStation Plus Classics catalog welcomes several new titles this summer.
So I guess your friend has to have
PS2
played the game.
version of
What if
Legendary
none of your
Immersive
friends
Sim
played the
Deus
game?
Ex arrives
How do you
June
play it?
17th. In July, Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 4 join the service just in time for the second season premiere of Twisted Metal, which arrives July 31st in select countries, including Peacock in the US.
It's almost like you planned that.
Additionally, 2 of Capcom's most beloved games from the original PlayStation are set to join the Classics lineup. Resident Evil 2 and Resident
3.
Evil 3 will arrive later this summer in the Classics catalog.
The OG versions.
Additionally, Myst and Riven will arrive later this month as part of the Days of Play celebration, running now through June 11th. Days of Play is a 2-week event that includes bonus PlayStation Plus content drops, great deals on software and hardware, and more. Visit PlayStation Blog and PlayStation.com for full details.
Good to get a sale. We do like a
His
sale.
parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
Is this the James Bond?
Started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
James Bond game.
Top of his class.
Made by the Hitman people.
At odds with authority, same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway.
It is James Bond.
It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target.
I was wondering what he was going to look like. It's obviously it's a young Bond, so it's before he's established as 007.
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
I want to see gameplay. I want to know if it's first person or third.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
Third.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the endgame is, we won't see it coming. Jet lag. Gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
I hope it's good. It looks cool.
Tell me, what do you do, James? Lately, headhunting.
First light. Interesting. Has it got a date?
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
2026. I mean, it could be good. This is made by Rob, the people who made.
Hello, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of Iron Interactive.
The team is thrilled
Hitman.
to announce 007 First Flight. You'll experience James Bond as a young air crewman in the Royal Navy. Before the tuxedo and the martinis, as he first steps into the world of espionage, striving to earn his 007.
It's made by me. Of course it's made by you, but I mean in collaboration with.
Interactive has poured the passion and dedication into crafting an experience that honors the legacy of Bond.
That's what you wanted to say. Yeah. It's made by you and the people who made Hitman.
Just the beginning of
But mostly you.
007.
Wow, Rob made it all.
We
He
can't
did.
wait to share more with you soon.
I'll be honest. I think this has got to be nearly over, right? And I still feel like a PlayStation Studios game though. Ghost of Yote, a little bit more Ghost of Yote. We'll take that. It's not a surprise. I thought this might be here. In fact, it was one of the ones I said at the start of the stream I expected to have something. If we could see some gameplay, that would be sick. Just give us a feel. Give us a little feel for the gameplay. Also, the wolf is definitely a companion, right? Maybe not at this stage of the game, but like the way that other trailer was.
You're still with me?
The wolf. The wolf's a companion. Yeah. Let's go. Okay, let's go. I like the wolf companion. Gameplay? Just give us a little taste of gameplay. You could do it. You can do it. Just give us a little taste. The game's going to be phenomenal. Gameplay deep dive coming in July. Okay, well at least we know. At least we know it's happening. I just want to see a bit of gameplay. What is this? You have a week off when this releases. That's sick. Oh my god. Oh, it's a fighting game. It's a fighting game. Sounded like I said a farting game then, which it could be as well, but... Oh, it's Marvel versus... Is it Marvel versus Capcom? Or is this just Marvel though, is it not? So far. Is it Ultimate Alliance? I'm gonna binge the hell out of Ghost, bro. It's gonna be great. Like I know I was saying I really want to see gameplay. That's just me wanting to taste more of this game. But realistically, I know that game's gonna be incredible. Like, I have no doubt. I feel like this is the last thing they're showing, and if that's the case, kind of disappointing. I saw a couple of things I liked though, so it can't be, you know, it's not the worst state of play, but I mean, I wouldn't really count it as they showed us Ghost of Yote because it was barely even a cutscene, but it was just to tease the gameplay reveal. It's Pikachu. Fuck! Are you okay, Rob? I don't think Pikachu's in this. I told my dad to add more Ghost showing into the mix, but he obviously didn't listen. Tut tut. He went off on the Marvel Ultimate Alliance or whatever it is, though. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Interesting. I mean, people will love it. People will love it. It did look cool. Not my thing. Add him as DLC, Rob. He's a big Marvel fan, I see. I see. Why is it rewinding? Why did it rewind and then play? Hello? Hey, this is real life. Hold on. Crazy that these places are in like the Yakuza games. Like they're so well created. Like I recognize some of these places and I've never been.
なんか飲みに行こうぜっていう連絡が来て、なんのこっちゃと思って、予定合わせて行ったんですけど、ちょっと飲んでる中で。
I thought it was rewinding to show more of that game, but I think it's talking about how they came to conceptualize it.
いや本当に聞いた時はびっくりしましたね。で、
part of me thought it would have been really impressive if they rewound and then changed the date to be like this year instead of that would have been really hype. Imagine Rob did the subtitles, of course. Everything you see here, Rob did.
The inspiration for working on this project really came from a place of pure fandom and wanting to say, why isn't PlayStation in this space?
So PlayStation approached us with this vision to bring Marvel back to the forefront of the tag fighting genre. And that got us really excited because we had worked with them before on successful stuff like the Marvel.
I will note that down. Rewind to change release date. That will be on the next show.
When it came to approaching Marvel,
I just think that would be sick, right? If you were like 2026 and then you're like, rewind, and then you're like 2025. That would be hype.
Really great collaboration. Would you be interested?
When they named the developer, that really perked up our ears. It's always
Rob told them to say all this. Yeah, well, he had to basically say to them, listen, if you're going to put that stuff in, you need to have some personable interviews with the devs about why this game came to be. And they obviously listened. Because why wouldn't they?
まあ話を受けてしまった以上これは私がプロデューサーなのかなっていうところで
The tricky thing is that most fans, including myself, see this as a sacred genre for Marvel. The tough part is finding a partner that's crazy enough to take on the task, because you either do something like this big and bold, or
yeah, that's very true actually, Rob. These days it would be more realistic if they rewound and instead it was like, we're pushing it back another year.
Certain IPs. You come in with your kind of own expectations of here's what I would expect to see from Arc System Works when they.
It wouldn't really have the like big like punch like yeah at the end of the trailer though. If they were like actually, you're gonna have to wait another 5 years if that's cool.
一番最初にマーベルさんに提出した時はなんとなくマイケルさんの反応はあんまり芳しくなかった印象があって、まあ何がまずいのかなっていろいろこうやっぱり直接話している。
What's wild is I feel like you're more likely at this point to see something exciting from Sony at like Summer Games Fest than you are at the, like them doing a state of play just before Summer Games Fest. Part of me thought they're doing like an E3 type thing, everyone's showing their stuff, but actually it almost felt like they were getting these games out the way to be like, we might have something. Please ask people not to laugh next time, Rob, thanks.
Fighter jet, think luxury race car mixed with a brick house, and the fact that they added anime mech elements to him just felt really naturally at home.
One of the mantras that we have for this project is from Japan to the world.
Rob will put that in his notes.
Not just the IP,
the fans don't want you laughing. They want you. They don't even want you talking.
Bring that to the global platform.
They just want games.
バトルの中では4対4というのがまず本当に意欲的で挑戦的。
I'm a comedian, so if no one laughs, my job was done poorly.
Characters, it's not simply just the visuals, it's also the gameplay mechanics and adding in that what is that pop? What is going to be something that's different? Up until now, you've seen tag fighters that have 2v2, 3v3. We felt like we
or maybe fire him.
4v4. And in doing so, we found a lot of unique and fun ways to.
Rob can't be firing people for laughing.
I think players are going to be very excited to see.
It will contradict with his contracts where everyone has to laugh at everything he says. Nerds. I'm more excited about Summer Game Fest because I think that's where it's longer and usually there's some cool different stuff and like the big hype stuff, so that's kind of what I'm mainly focused on this week. But I thought we'd check this out and we'll check out Xbox on Sunday. Xbox tend to come pretty
You know, this is
Like
just
with some
been
heavy
an awesome
hitters
journey,
for
and
their
I'm excited that
showcase.
we get to be able to share it with all the fans out there.
I'll tell you right now, a lot of fighting games, they never get to experience this level of production, and it's just a dream to even be working with these two great partners.
Wild the amount of time they've spent on this, by the way. It's been like 15 minutes.
強い思いの中で
Right?
タイトルを成功させよう、いいゲームにしてファンに届けようと。
The three companies have come together to do this, and I think we really are going to make something magical here.
このタイトルですね。
I feel like it's going to end after this, and they spent like 15 minutes on this.
していきたいと思いますし、キャラクター以外のコンテンツというところも今後いろいろ
Right? They've paid the big bucks for this ad.
楽しみにお待ちいただければ。
I suppose it's made in collaboration with Sony. They're just specifically trying to push this game, I guess. That dude had 3 monitors and had 1 turned off. What's the point of having a third for it not to be on? Or for it to be off, yeah, I mean, good point. Maybe he just isn't using it right now. Yeah? Just for now.
Still with me?
I am. Oh. That's fucked up. By the way.
It seems the upcoming battle is truly unavoidable.
He's gonna be fired. Yeah, that's a sackable offense. That's a sackable offense, Rob, what just happened. Having it go, you still with me, and then it's Atsu, I thought we were getting more Ghost. I thought we were getting a little bit more Ghost. And instead, no, it's just the, here's everything we saw today. What up, Don? I hope you're doing well. How you doing? Yeah, there was a new Marvel game. It's a new Marvel fighting game. I can't lie, it wasn't great. It really wasn't great. I liked the look of the Bond game and Sea of Remnants and Sword of the Sea. That was it. No fun, no sleep, just work. I like to cultivate an EA time of work culture, or type of work culture at Sony. Alright, well, I can't say I was that impressed. I can't lie. Was there anything anyone saw that they were excited about? Was there anything that that anyone else had any thoughts about? Up your game next time, Rob, thanks. Work with all your monitors. Rob, there's a lot of complaints for your dad who works at Sony. The Marvel game I'm looking forward to. It's a fighting game. Do you like fighting games? But yeah, it was like a Marvel fighting game. Did you see they cancelled the Black Panther game they were making? That happened. But yeah, it wasn't anything special for me, but there were a couple of good looking little, couple of indie things. I'm excited for Ghost, but I feel like that I barely count that as being there, Rob. Because all it was a 5-second teaser for a gameplay showcase in July, which that will be the main event. That will be great, but the James Bond game looked cool, actually, yeah. For me, it was Sea of Stars, or Sword of Stars. What was it called? Sea of Swords? Sword of Stars? Stars of Sword Sea? Something like that. Sea of Remnants, I thought looked cool. That was the one where everyone kind of looked like a wooden puppet, and they were pirates and stuff. That looked cool. The James Bond game looked cool. I'm not sold on it yet, but it has potential. It was nice to actually see it, because I think it was last year that they sort of announced it, but it was literally just like a card of like, we're making this. I really like the concept of it and enjoy playing with friends. Yeah, it's the competitiveness. I don't like because I rarely play it. I don't bother keeping up, trying to be good, to keep up with the tryhards, you know. But the best fighting games, and also the worst, if you're someone who is actually really good at them and gets really good at them, are the ones where you can pick it up and you could still technically beat someone who's half decent at it, even if you have no experience, because you can just like button mash and just throw some things together. These games have such memorable names. Literally, I've forgotten most of them. The 007 one was called 007 First Light. That's memorable though because it's James Bond. Whereas, yeah, Sea of Remnants, I do remember that one. That one's staying in my head. I think that looked cool. Yeah, it was the one where it's the one from the makers of Journey and Abzu, where you're like surfing on the sword and stuff. That looked cool. Dragon Ball Fighter Z or Fighters. Is it Fighter Z or Fighters? I feel like that's a big debate. I feel like I've heard it both ways. Is good for that. I actually played that. Me and Matt, friend Matt, everyone here knows pretty much. I think played that against each other a few times on lunch break when we used to work together because one of our other colleagues who was a friend, like he played it and he got us to like learn it a bit against each other. That was kind of fun. So I kind of get where you're coming from there. When's the Wholesome Games thing? I want to say it's either Friday before Summer Games Fest or it's Summer Game Fest, or it's on Saturday. Let me find out. June 7th. That's Friday, right? At 4 p.m. That's early. I think that's right anyway. You know what releases tomorrow? No, I don't. Okay, so 4 p.m. on Friday. Oh, I do know what releases tomorrow. The Switch 2. Fighters without the separation, pronounced like fighters. I'd say it makes more sense. New Phineas and Ferb series. Me and Becky were talking about that. She sent me a TikTok. That's true. That's very true. That is out then. I didn't know it was out tomorrow, though. I knew it was coming soon. I didn't realize it was tomorrow. Chat, say hi to God Rob, or he may ban us all. Hi. Hi, Rob. Yeah, on Friday then. I probably won't stream Wholesome Direct, but I'll try and watch it. I plan to try and watch it. But me and Rob will be playing or watching Summer Game Fest. Not playing it. Ban all. How about no? You're getting some sass from Twitch. Rob's on YouTube chat. Rob's the only person in YouTube chat. That's just how he likes it. You think most of the cast is back for the new season? I mean, it gives me the vibe that it's a show that a lot of people enjoyed working on. Like, I saw a video the other day of they did like a live event or something, and like Ashley Tisdale and I don't remember the actress's name who plays the other one, Doofenshmirtz's daughter, but they like they were performing Busted. You gotta be busted. That one. And I was like, ah. It'll be exciting to see what they do with it. I mean, it just needs to be more of the same, and it will be great. So, I think it's cool, though. Yeah, Dom, he's always watching. Wait, Dom's message got rid of. Yeah, he was smited by Rob. We told you he will get you. He might be in the YouTube chat, but he'll still get you. He's everywhere. He's all knowing. He's all seeing. He's all watching. He is both benevolent and malevolent. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Rob always on a power trip. Always. Always. He wouldn't be Rob if he wasn't. I'm not scared to ban a sassy sasser, he says in YouTube chat. Now there's just this massive thing in the middle of the screen saying I can't watch until I get unbanned, even though I'm clearly already unbanned. Like, I can see the stream, but the text is dead center. Maybe you need to refresh the page. Rob, you've broken his Twitch. Unlimited power. I stand by my saying, womp womp Rob. Rob me of my joy. Shall we see what Twitter make of that state of play? I bet everyone's overreacting. Because I don't think it was fantastic, but it wasn't horrendous, but yeah. It definitely didn't live up to hype again, but that always happens. That always happens. Where everyone's like, oh, it was the worst showcase ever. And it's like, it's not the worst thing ever, but it just wasn't that great. The fight stick was actually a phenomenal thing. Like, I won't use it, but I think that's really cool. Dom, you missed that bit. You said you like fighting. You like a fighting game. They're making a PlayStation fight stick. So like joystick and then all the PlayStation buttons, but like on a like an arcade fight stick. I was like, that looks really cool. You redeemed Hydrate. I know you just did it. That's okay. I can. Yeah, I was like, that's again. I'm not really a fighting game player, but I've played games in the arcade and stuff. Back in the day when we used to go to arcades. Yeah, and it was like a PlayStation 1, so it had like X circle, triangle, square, R1, R2, all as buttons, and then it had a joystick. I was like, that's really cool. And what would make it especially cool is if it's, thank you for another hydrate, if it's compatible with like PC. That would be cool if you can use it on PlayStation or PC. That would actually be sick. Will I get banned if I go now? As in, go to bed? No, you won't get banned. Yes, you must stay until the stream ends. I mean, we might, to be honest, the stream might end in a minute. We might actually just wrap up. Just because sometimes these things are good as like their own little contained thing, Otherwise, if I try and post this on YouTube, and it's got this and then a game afterwards, it's going to be a bit tricky. I have to split it all up. And I don't know if I can be asked to do that. So what we might do is just vibe for a bit, and then that'll be it, and talk about what we watched. And then we'll be back tomorrow with some proper games. I think we're going to play some Last of Us tomorrow. That's the plan. I'm going to play some Last of Us Part 1 tomorrow, our grounded playthrough. Dom, I don't know if you remember... Was it last year or I can't remember? Where we did a hard mode playthrough of The Last of Us Remastered, and you could make new waste bullets and stuff like that. And you did. I specifically remember you did. I'm doing a grounded. I'm doing a grounded mode playthrough this year. We started it on my birthday last week, and we're doing the same thing. But grounded is. There's even less ammo available and stuff like that as well. And it's so easy to die. All the video will have is Rob making everything so Rob will be more famous. Yeah, this was a Rob promo video. Anyone watching this on YouTube? BobRab1331 can be found on YouTube and on Twitch. And at this address. Imagine I just read out Rob's address. Yeah, that's all this video is, just to get Rob some more exposure. Got to help out the little guy, I like how you say thank you for the hydrate every time, even if in your head you're like, this motherfucker. Of course, I've got to be grateful. Also, I don't drink enough water generally, so I am actually thankful in that regard. Yeah, it's called Project Defiant, this fight stick thing. It actually looks really cool. I can't lie. Alright, let's get to the end, so when people are talking about what did you think of it. Jeff Keighley puts out is, how would you grade today's PlayStation State of Play? What would we give it, guys? If we had to give it a grade, A, B, C, D, or below, what would you give it? You realise I'm waiting for you to put it down right. Yeah, I see that. An F. Becky's going in with a hard F, so a D or below. Trust Becky not to pick one of the options that I put forward. A, B, C, D, or below. She's like, F. Nothing looks watchable to me. Okay, fair. Nothing looks appealing to you. I can't remember if you watched Ghost of Tsushima, but again, I don't really count Ghost of Yotei as being there, because it was barely there. C? You'd give it a C? I think a C sounds alright. I didn't see enough of it to grade. I'm going to say D, because everyone needs it from time to time. That's something. But yeah, for me, there was a couple of little... It was mostly like a couple of indie vibes. The James Bond one could be okay, but we really don't know enough. But it looked alright. It was good to actually see more of it, and it didn't look bad. And then... That's kind of it. Was there anything else I even said? I grade it at a U. That's what I got on my French exam. Did you do French at GCSE? Because I did French for the first few years of like secondary, and then I didn't do it. I didn't do a language at GCSE. We were forced to. Our school forced us to do ICT, now known as just IT, I guess. But yeah, we had to do ICT. That was one of the, you have to do this at this school. And you had to do one of the, like textiles, cooking, wood tech. That's not the... we used to call it wood tech, but that's not... You know, the tech graphics, all that kind of stuff. You had to do one of those, and you had to do ICT. U is unremarkable, or unmarkable. It was the same thing, really. I answered 2 questions and got them both wrong. To be fair, though, you only answered 2 questions, so it sounds like you weren't really going for that one anyway. Wood tech was great, to be fair. I was bad at it, though. I did food. I did food tech. Again, we just called them, because they were all the tech things, we just called them wood tech, food tech. But, yeah, I did food, because I like to cook. But my teacher was a bitch, so... She was really horrible. She was a really horrible teacher. Which is sad, because I feel like it put me off. Wait, yeah, that's a great point. Why was it tech? Like... I don't know why they called it... Like, I don't know if that was just an us thing. I don't know if that was just an us thing, like, as students, or whether it was, like, and that just became a thing. I don't think it was called that, like, in the curriculum, but I gotta go, so please don't ban me. Don't worry, James, you're fine. Thanks for hanging out. It was great to see you, and it was great to watch the showcase with you. Hopefully, we'll see you again tomorrow, but if we don't see you tomorrow, hopefully we'll see you for Summer Games Fest on Friday with Rob, hopefully. If Rob's not feeling well, he'll be in the chat, hopefully, like he was today. If he is feeling well, he's going to jump in Discord and, like, talk with me and stuff. So that'll be fun. I smashed RE. I put Love Thy Neighbor for everything and got, like, a B. I think it was well documented that for RE, you just had to be able to... You could say anything, and as long as you could back it up with something to do with, like, the Bible, then you were good. But I don't even know if that would work now. That did work when we were at school. I don't know if it would work now. As long as you could answer the question and then use the Bible to back your answer up, you were good. Bye, James. Enjoy the band. You're like, see ya. Never again. Okay, I think the consensus, someone said a C, someone said a D. I think probably a C, because I usually go D or below if I thought it was terrible and there wasn't anything I liked. There was definitely a couple of things I liked. I don't think I could go above a C, so I'm going to go C. D or below is the majority, 33%. C, which I picked, 24%. B, 25%. What did those guys see? They watched a different presentation. A, 18%. I don't understand how you can be graded on religion. It's all opinion based. Is that a hot take? No, I don't think so. I suppose you're graded on your understanding of a religion. Like, as in, do you understand what they're saying and what their meanings are and blah, 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 blah. You know? But I agree that, yeah, how you feel about it is opinion based. But I guess it's more your understanding of it. That's why they have RE, right? It's because it's about understanding religion, even if you don't agree with any of it. So I can't remember what I said the other day. I was talking about what was it? I was talking about like where you believe you go after you die, and I was like heaven, hell, like Asgard, like whichever mythical place. And then I was like, oh, maybe that's a bit of a hot take thing to say, but like, I was like, whichever mythical place you believe in, really. What did people say? B or C? Someone said, I think they need to change the name, and they've just taken P-A-Y out of State of Play, so it just says State of L. Which is kind of great. I want to go to the Rainbow Bridge with the dogs. I think the idea, though, is that the Rainbow Bridge goes to heaven, right? Someone said, Summer Game Fest is going to be rough, isn't it? Someone said, should have called it State of Japanese Game Development. I mean, yeah, but Japanese games are good. 2 out of 10. We expect Silksong at Summer Game Fest. I think there's a good chance Silksong could be at Summer Games Fest. I mean, I say good chance, as much as a good chance there is of Silksong being anywhere. F, it was so beyond disappointing. No new games that were announced. I feel like we definitely did see some new games, but okay. Did people expect Silksong to be at this State of Play? I didn't. I didn't think it would be here. I thought it would. If it's going to show up this week, it's more likely to show up at Summer Game Fest. It's actually even more likely to show up at the Xbox showcase than it is at the State of Play. Because they've had it before. They've showed it off before. Easy A. What? I want to give it an A, but they ended on people talking too long instead of a big one more thing. I agree. I don't agree with the wanting to give it an A, but I do agree with they end up on people talking too long instead of a big one more thing. An A and a B+. Bro, I don't know what people are watching. Crazy. But it's all your own preferences, right? That's the thing. Some people will have been really hyped about some of the games we saw. It's just that I wasn't. I want to be a troll under that bridge. I'm going to shoot off to sleep. Have a good night. All good night, Dom. Thanks for popping in for a little bit, dude. It's always nice to see you. I had a conversation with Lily the other day about how she said sometimes I can pop in for like 10 minutes, but then I feel bad too because like I feel like I'm not staying and hanging out. But then I was like, no pressure from me either way, but just know that like even if we only see you for like 10 minutes, it's really cool to see you. Dom does it all the time, and we love Dom. We love Dom for it. Just because it's nice to see you, even if it's like a little quick catch up. It's nice to just say hi and check in. So yeah, just that you're an example, Dom, of what I was trying to say to Lily. Of like, it's nice anyway, even if it's only that you can pop in for just a little bit. I dip in and out within minutes, so don't stress. And I hope you don't stress about that as well. Like it's just nice to see you, man. It's just a little pick me up to like see, and hopefully it is for you as well. Like that. That's why you do it, I assume. Is you're like, I don't really have time, but I'm gonna pop in and say hi and like see how everyone's doing because it's just nice to do that, right? Even if you can't properly hang out. But yeah, we're hopefully gonna be streaming the rest of this week, basically. I used to, and now I'm just like, you still alive? Yeah, cool, cheerio. Well, I think it's also because you know that like we don't feel any kind of way about it, you know? And if we don't feel any kind of way about it, then you can stop beating yourself up about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, if you came in and we all acted weird and different, then you'd be like, oh, no, I feel bad that, you know, because I haven't been around or whatever, and then things are different. But it won't be. Yeah, we vibe with you. It's chill. We're chill, and you're chill. Together, we're ice cold. But yeah, this week we're going to try and keep the streams rolling. We did Expedition 33 yesterday, this today, tomorrow The Last of Us for the whole stream, and then Friday, Summer Game Fest, hopefully with Rob, but no pressure, Rob, if you're sick. We love you, get better. He'll come and hang out in the chat, I'm sure, if he doesn't. And then Saturday, maybe more Expedition 33. My nephew is coming to stay, so there's a bit of a... because I can't be too loud. So there either will be no stream, or it'll be Expedition 33, because I think that's a chiller, quieter time. I don't think I should play Grounded, The Last of Us, while he's here, because I might scream. Who knows? And then, so it's on a day that we don't normally stream, and it's going to be earlier than normal, 6 p.m. We're going to play... we're not going to play anything. I keep saying we're going to play these showcases. We're not playing them. Okay? We're not playing... I wish we were, but we're not. Because if we played them, we'd put all the games we want to see on. We're going to be watching the Xbox Game Showcase, which... honestly, that showcase, I can tell you already, watch this like come back to haunt me, but I can already feel, and I feel like I can tell you already, the Xbox Game Showcase will be better than this one was. And hopefully, Summer Game Fest will be better than that one. So hopefully it will be like Summer Game Fest, Xbox Showcase, this. So the fact that this was okay is alright if those ones are going to be better, you know? If this was awful, I'd be more worried. But this was like okay. Just okay, really. Well, that's all I really got to say. I know you guys are sort of dipping out now, and there wasn't that much to discuss. I feel like we discussed a couple of things while it was happening and things anyway. So I'm probably going to wrap up here. But thank you for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed hanging out and watching the showcase, even if it wasn't, you know, all the best things that you wanted to see. I will be back tomorrow for some games, The Last of Us, and I will be covering all these showcases this weekend. Or I say all of them. There's a couple that we're not doing the Wholesome Games one because it's quite early, but I will watch it. We can talk about it. But yeah, I will be doing Summer Game Fest and the Xbox one for sure. Yeah, and we'll play some games in between, interspersed between. But otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I love and appreciate you very, very much, and I hope you know that I do. Please, please do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I will see you again very, very soon. Peace.